What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Two Honks podcast, where a honk in need is a honk indeed. My name is Joe Little. Sitting across from me in his fucking ivory tower is Lamar Costin. How are you today, Lamar?
I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I bought a ukulele. If your ears don't work.
Yeah, ukulele.
I got an ukulele.
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 I don't know why it took me so long to get one of those because they're pretty fun and like really easy to play.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I feel like a festival girl now.
Do you grab like dandelions and make the crowns out of them and stuff like that?
I do feathers and flowers.
Feathers and flowers.
Yeah.
More of a feathers and flowers kind of guy, huh?
Fan of the feathers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the uke, and on the way to the uke store, I found a free box with a CD in it.
Yeah.
I was telling you about this. Kind of interesting. This is Living the Art of Allowing. It's a 4-disc shrink wrapped box set, and it's
Bless me.
Oh, pardon me.
Thank you.
Yeah, bless you. This is about the teachings of the collective consciousness known as Abraham.
So is there a different collective consciousness under a different name, or is this just the...
I had never heard of Abraham before.
Yeah.
And I guess they have a lot of important messages for us to hear.
Okay.
So I've got this in my car now, so that's what I listen to. I'm learning about Abraham, and I'm learning about how everything is a vibration of energy that flows from within, from Abraham to everything. I think that's what they said.
So is Abraham God?
I don't know. I think it might be different.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, I'm a beginner, so, but I'd never heard of that before. I don't know if you, I mean, I guess it comes from the law of attraction.
Yeah.
It's kind of maybe the people that wrote this, I think.
Well, I'm into the law of attraction.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're into it?
I can get around it, you know?
Can you wrap it? You can wrap it around it?
I can wrap myself around the law of attraction for sure.
Well, because I never heard of it, but it's kind of a fascinating idea.
Well, I mean, so the law of attraction, I mean, it at a certain point it can become pretty contrived, right? Because like
the law of contravation.
Because like you can watch those like 80s documentaries and stuff like that. It's like, when I started thinking about checks, just checks showed up in the mail, and it was magic, and everything was wonderful, and blah, 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 blah. That's contrived. That's not like...
What about like the...
It's like, what did you do to get the checks, you know? It's like, obviously a positive mindset is going to help you.
But you actually did something too.
But if you have a positive mindset and you lose your job, then you're not going to get as many checks.
Right.
So... But, I mean, a positive mindset might help you keep your job or find a different job, you know?
Well, there's like the idea of like the dream board.
Yeah.
Or the vision board, which I've seen people do.
I hate those
You're not a fan of that, huh?
I am not a fan of the vision board.
You don't like visions.
It's never fucking worked for me.
I've never tried it, honestly.
Because to me, so I've put things on a vision board before.
Just a giant dollar sign on the wall.
But like, this is my problem. My problem is I have ADHD. So...
Right.
So, like, when I put things on a vision board, I hyper obsess over those things, and I work and work and work and work and work and work and work right up until I burn out, and then I just get rid of the vision board. So I fundamentally have a problem with the vision board. I understand
it's just staring at you all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I understand that it might work for some people, but for somebody who hyper focuses and then crashes, vision boards aren't necessarily what you want to do.
Okay.
You know?
Maybe it's better for people who are like lacking enthusiasm.
Exactly. Or people that don't have hyper focusing issues, you know,
lazy
like
people.
yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Maybe that would work for me then, because I mean, I've never tried it, but
yeah, exactly. It depends on the kind of person you are.
yeah, that's interesting.
Because I hate hearing that. I mean, I even listened to like a Joe Rogan podcast thing. It's like, because you know, with Joe Rogan, you got to pick and choose. There's some good stuff there for sure.
Yeah,
but it's not all good.
Right.
But like, I heard one thing. He was interviewing some guy, and I don't know who the guy was or whatever, but Joe Rogan goes like, what advice do you have for younger people?
Right.
And the guy's like, pick out what you like and just focus on that thing and do that fucking thing until you're an expert on it and you will be successful. And I was like, that is fucking bullshit. Like,
yeah,
it might work for some people, but it's not going to work for everyone. So this guy should shut the fuck up.
I wish everybody could see what you're doing with your hands.
I hate that. Yeah, I do so many things with my hands.
Fantastical, you would say.
And so many people can't see them. But my point is that that kind of advice, the fucking, you just got to get out there and you got to get it and you got to be number one.
Yeah.
You got to be the best at what you do. Like,
keep your eyes on the prize.
Obviously, for the guy who was like the star quarterback in high school, when he fucking decides that he's a failure and goes and gets a sales job, that attitude is going to work great for him at that sales job because he's going to make all the money. He's going to make all the damn sales. That kind of guy, it's going to work great for that guy. Right. I'm really happy that it works great for that guy. But for the rest of us, that mindset doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
Because we hyper-focus, we get burned out, and then we just get depressed and we stop doing anything.
But also, I think of it like a garden. If you're only like watering one flower and that's the only flower you're paying attention to,
exactly,
isn't everything else in your life gonna like fall apart?
Exactly.
Like everybody hates you because all you do is think about this one thing.
Yeah, and then when you realize that you're not getting what you want out of this one flower, you look at the rest of your garden and you're like, oh shit, everything else is dead.
Yeah.
And that's when like depression happens.
You look in the mirror and you're like, I'm dead inside.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened?
Fucking exactly.
What do you expect?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think, and something that put me off about this CD I found is that like in the first few minutes, he's like, and this, I think it's from the 80s. He's immediately talking about like how him and a bunch of his friends like made millions of dollars by following the teachings of Abraham. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, this sounds like a pyramid scheme or like some kind of like bullshit new age thing, you know?
That's where like therein lies the question, right?
Yeah.
Like, because did you make $1 million by following the teachings? Or did you make $1 million by selling the teachings?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it sounds like maybe they sold them. Or...
So this CD that you found in a free box.
Yeah.
It was a free box, right?
A free box, yeah.
Yeah. So the CD that you found in a free box, obviously somebody bought it at some point.
Yeah, it was brand
because
new.
They were looking for something new and fresh in their lives.
They didn't even open it, though.
They didn't even open it.
That's the crazy part. That's why I was like, I have to take this.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are listening who don't know what a free box is, in Portland we have everything you could ever want is free on the street. Yeah. So you just go to one of these boxes.
You just have to find the right free box.
You just go and look in there, and there's stuff that you can get for free.
Exactly.
There's food. I've seen food in them. There's money.
Yeah.
Whatever you need. I found this, and I'm hoping...
You need $5? Yeah. Stop by the free box.
You need $20? Go check the free box.
Go check the free box if you need $20.
They refill them all the time.
You got $20, man?
You got my $20?
You got my $20? Go check the free box.
Check the free box, dude.
Go check it out.
But yeah, I almost felt like I had to get it and listen to it because it felt like kind of a sign, because I was on my way to get my ukulele. Mm-hmm. And I've never bought a ukulele before, and I've never listened to The Law of Attraction before. Oh, okay. So it felt to me like it was like predestined.
So this is like a new kind of mindset for you then.
I think it might change my whole perspective on shit.
So has it thus far?
Well, I mean, I just started listening to it yesterday.
Okay.
But the ukulele
But you're on disc 2.
I'm on disc 2. They're pretty quick.
How long was the first disc?
I think they're only an hour long because this is like an old school CD.
Okay.
But the ukulele has changed my life already.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I feel like maybe I'll be like an uk star or something.
Well, yeah, and we were talking about
or something.
You can make money with a ukulele.
If I stand on a corner with feathers and flowers in my hair and play my ukulele, I could potentially make millions of dollars.
So where are you at on the boobs? Do you have boobs yet?
Okay, here's the deal.
Because if you have boobs,
I knew this was gonna
feathers,
come up. Yeah.
flowers, and a ukulele, you're going to do very well.
I don't have boobs yet, but here's... I knew you were going to bring this up.
Okay.
So I just got back from the gym, and basically every other day I'm doing... I did my delts, my baby cows, and breasts. So
and breasts.
That's what I focused on today. And
focus on the breasts as much as you can.
I finish with the breasts personally.
Yeah. Okay.
Because when I leave the gym, that way they're swole.
Oh, okay.
So I think if I pump them up, then I grab my uke, then I run to the corner and play, I'm going to increase my chances. And they're only going to get bigger over time.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I mean, they're only going to grow from here.
They've already gotten bigger. I'm kind of keeping them hidden right now, but they're getting larger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting bigger.
Work on the breasts. I think it's a good investment for you.
I'm going to work them, and they're going to work for me, honestly.
That's awesome. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm really happy for you. You could start a freaking OnlyFans.
Right.
But they're banning that.
Well, they're banning pornography.
They're banning pornography.
So
you can still post like tasteful nudes, right?
I think so. A little bit of cleavage, maybe.
Yeah. You can't just you can't like post yourself having sex anymore, though.
I don't think you can, which is
like
kind of like lame.
That's kind of BS.
I thought this was
right?
America.
Isn't that weird, though?
Yeah, I thought.
Isn't that kind of weird that this website like built a whole platform around people being sex workers and making independent pornography and driving all of this traffic to their website because of that? And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, yeah, no, that's not allowed anymore.
Like, oh, no, 90% of our clientele can't work here anymore.
Yeah. Next thing we're going to see is like some girl trying to sell like a BMX bike and she's like posing naked on it, you know?
Right.
Let me know. As serious inquiries only.
What is happening? I don't get it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't get it. I think we should sue them. Maybe that's our next thing. Maybe we should battle OnlyFans.
We'll take them on.
And be like, let's allow... How about you go back to pornography?
How about you just stop it?
Because it seems like it was going pretty well for you in the first place.
Be like, OnlyFans, knock it off.
Hey.
Get down. Knock it off.
Come over here, OnlyFans.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Sit down.
Knock it off. Shut up.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
I just want to address the elephant in the room here.
Yeah.
A person who both wishes to remain anonymous and who is also my boss, who I'm going to call Frog Crimpleton, says he listened to an episode, and his first critique was that we belch too much. He said we belch too much. I said that's like if we didn't do that, that's like half of our podcast. So
I mean, if we didn't do that, how would we?
He said nobody wants to hear it. He said nobody wants to hear belches. It's disgusting. Second piece of critique he had was that our intro is too long. He said he almost turned off the podcast. He almost didn't even listen to it. And his additional comment was that it's fine to do those long intros as long as we don't want to get any listeners.
Yeah. Well,
which I thought was kind of hurtful, honestly.
I mean, the main thing about getting more listeners is we don't care.
Well, we don't care about that, but also like our intros are pretty fun. So,
I mean, we're already sponsored by nitric oxide, so literally all you have to do to support our fucking podcast is take a breath. Just take a deep breath.
Maybe that's the problem. He wasn't breathing.
Maybe he just. Maybe he wasn't breathing enough.
I don't know.
I mean, I think that maybe if Frog were to breathe a little bit more, then he would understand that belching is beautiful.
Yeah, it's
a great thing.
Our bodies are natural. It's a natural expression.
Let's just get out the natural gases here.
It's a natural expression of our human bodies. Beautiful, beautiful expression.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. My response to him about the intro thing was that I got a little bit aggressive because it was hurtful, what he said to me.
Oh, okay.
I took a moment. I did breathe, and I got that nitric oxide, and then I said, well, maybe we'll do a whole episode that's just intros and belching. Like, it's just
that's all.
It's an hour-long intro of us making ASMR sounds and belching.
I think that'd be a great idea. I'd be really happy to do an episode about that.
Now we have to do it because...
But here's my stance on belching.
Yeah.
My stance on belching is that you can do it as much as you want because belches come in so many different shapes and sizes, right?
Just like people, yeah.
And if all people are beautiful in all different shapes and sizes, then so are our belches, you know?
I don't think we should be judging them, you know?
We shouldn't be judging people for excreting natural gases.
It's a natural gas
out of their bodies, you know?
It comes from within. It's a natural gas.
It's a natural thing. It naturally occurs in the world.
Well, and the other thing is Abraham told me it was fine. So if they say it's cool, then I think it's okay.
If I think it's beautiful, then it is. You know? And I just think another thing, like, burps are funny. I think they're really funny.
I'm having fun right now.
I'm having a...
If you're not,
I think I'm having a really good time right now.
I think maybe the people that don't like it are people that are ashamed of their bodies, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're ashamed of your body and you don't want to belch, that's fucking fine.
Do you also not poop too?
But don't put it on me.
Yeah.
Don't put it on me that you don't like belches. Yeah. Because I think they're beautiful, okay?
I think it's okay. I think it's great.
It's like, you know what? I have people ask me all the time, hey, do you mind if I smoke? Is it okay if I smoke on your front porch? And I say, hey, yeah, of course you can smoke on my front porch. Do you mind if I fucking belch?
Right.
You know? Same thing. If you get to smoke, I get to belch.
Well, if you can not smoke and you will, if you don't smoke when you want to smoke, you're not going to die. But if you don't belch when you have it, that gas could actually create a problem.
You could just spontaneously combust.
You could explode.
Your heart could blow up.
If the gas isn't released, it actually creates a pressure inside.
Yeah.
And that's not good for you.
Seriously, you know, like, I knew a demented kid in high school who used to give ducks Alka-Seltzer.
Really?
And ducks and geese, they can't
belch.
They can't belch the way that we can.
Can you imagine the life like that?
But they would just, like, their internal organs would just explode and they would just die.
I remember hearing about that. I never saw it.
I ended up reading an article about that kid later on, and he, like, murdered some people.
Really?
So, like,
with Alka-Seltzer, or?
So, yeah, I mean, if you don't like belching, then you're probably a murderer.
Yeah.
You know?
Sounds like
if you don't want to belch, then those belches are going to go into your heart, and they're going to turn into rage, and you're going to focus on that rage, and it's just going to tear you apart.
Next thing you know, you're broken.
And then you're just going to be murdering people.
Right. Better just to let it out, I would say.
That's why I let it out.
Yeah. Every time you burp, you save a life of somebody that you potentially would have murdered.
I just saved like 800 lives.
Yeah.
In the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you're not doing that, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Why are you doing that?
If you're not belching, what are you doing?
And why are you that? Why are
you that way?
Why are you you? Why are you that?
Why are you that?
Why are you?
I wish you weren't that.
I wish you weren't that.
Okay.
So we
I've
got that
made
out
my
of the way.
point. I've made my point.
I think we got that out of the way.
Now everybody knows how I feel.
Now Frog knows how we feel, and he's probably never going to listen to the episode again.
I'm very happy that Frog understands that we don't give a shit about his feelings.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
We're interested in building things up, not tearing them down.
Yeah.
You know, the critiques that we could really use are positive ones. Like if somebody
Yeah.
would say something
Yeah,
nice.
don't criticize us.
We don't need to be put down.
We don't need to be criticized
Dad.
for anything that we do.
Yeah, you don't need to tell us what we're doing wrong.
Because everything that we do is great, and we are flawless people.
And we're really humble too.
We're super humble.
Yeah.
So that's just something that we need to keep in mind all around. So, yeah.
Well, yeah. So we cleared that up.
I'm glad we cleared the air there.
So did you come across anything? You're still moving, obviously.
I'm still in the moving process.
You've got a buffer there where you've got a couple weeks.
Yeah, I got a buffer here where I got a couple of weeks. Here's it's an interesting about moving. Can we talk about an interesting thing about moving? That felt so good just now.
It feels good.
It feels really good to do
Feels
that.
really nice.
Listen to that frog. But anyway, so something I came across when I was moving, and I think this is something that comes across when anybody's moving. So over the years,
Yeah.
I have turned into a much larger man than I used to be.
Like your heart, you mean, or your physical?
Like just my body.
Yeah.
My body is bigger than it used to be. And my body is beautiful. I love my body.
You've got a beautiful body.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's because time and space are expanding? Like we know the universe is expanding outwards. Wouldn't that include us?
Well, you know, and this is kind of besides the point. I'm gonna try and not go too deep into this, but you know, you think about quantum physics.
Yeah, it's important.
You break everything down to just like atoms, you know.
We're made of atoms.
And when you put everything under the most powerful microscope in the world, you look at atoms, and there's about 99% dead space in between every atom that exists in the entire world.
Right.
You know?
Like empty space.
So, and it's empty space.
Right.
And those atoms are what make you up, make me up,
Right.
make those shirts hanging on the wall behind you up, the walls
The wall
that we're
itself.
looking. That's what it. So
Yeah.
literally everything around you barely exists,
Right.
and the universe is constantly expanding. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not infinite. It's just constantly expanding. So to us, in our perspective, it's infinite. You know?
Right.
And like, so because of that constant expansion, that means I'm going to expand as well.
I mean, you are part of the universe.
And I've already gone too deep into this, but here's the thing is there was a local band
Yeah.
called Crush.
Okay.
Okay. And this is in Reno, Nevada, circa 2009.
Yeah.
Or wait, no. Not 2009. This was 2011.
Okay.
Yeah. This was in the middle of the dubstep revolution.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And
That was almost an aggressive one.
that was an aggressive one. That's for you, Frog. But anyway, this band Crush, they did some great dubstep tracks, and I bought a t-shirt from them.
Right.
And at the time, I was a much smaller man, so I bought a small t-shirt.
You were kind of a skinny dude when I met you.
I was a very skinny dude when we met.
Yeah.
And now I'm not so skinny of a dude. And that, you know what? I kind of like that.
That's okay. You're fine.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
It's fine.
I'm fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. But anyway, I found this t-shirt that I bought from 2011, and I put it on my body. And I was surprised that it still fit onto me. It wasn't impossible to put onto my... It was very tight.
That's cool now.
You know, it hugged my my back and my belly a little bit, you know.
Shows off your form a little bit.
It's like, you know, it's not comfortable. I'm not going to wear it in public, you know.
I don't think you want to be comfortable though if you're trying to look good.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. But the thing that I mainly realized about is the main challenge with a shirt like that is taking it off.
Yeah.
Because you got to do some jumps and some leaps and some bounds just to
double, triple tote loop, double Lutz.
Yeah, just to get the shirt off of you.
Yeah.
And then once I got it off, I decided that I was never going to wear that shirt again, you know.
What if you cut the sleeves off and turn it into a tank? Would that help at all?
If I cut the sides too, you know, and made it like a comfortable shirt.
Like a weightlifting shirt.
Like I wish I could just like make it larger, really.
Yeah.
Because I like the shirt. It's got a shark on it.
That's cool.
It says Crush, you know.
Yeah.
Sharks are cool.
Sharks are pretty cool.
Yeah. You know, you never know.
You could probably do it.
But yeah, I mean that's my review on that.
So what you're saying is that you're aware now that time has passed and that since the universe is expanding exponentially at an increasing rate, you also are expanding at an increasing exponential rate.
Yeah,
that's what you realized.
I am expanding as well, and you are as well, right?
I think I am. Yeah,
you are expanding.
Yeah, the first time, and I remember reading, like, there was actually a study that was released about, like, 10 years ago where they knew the universe was expanding.
Yeah.
But they found that it was expanding at an exponential rate, that it's like we're moving farther away from everything else, and space itself is moving away from itself at an increasing speed. And then I remember looking at some old photos of myself, and, you know, when you look at photos of yourself when you're in your early 20s, you got like kind of a tiny face, like little beady eyes.
Yeah.
Everything's all smushed together.
Yeah.
When you're a baby, it's all kind of fat and smushed. And then like as you get into like your teenage years, you kind of have like a baby face.
Yeah.
But then when you get to be older, like me, everything starts moving apart. And you look at that, it's like, are my eyes actually moving further apart from themselves? Am I going to be like a chameleon soon, like a lizard? On the side of my face?
They've proven...
Like a goat where they have the side eyes?
They've proven with, like, science or whatever it is.
I've heard of that.
I've heard of science.
I have heard of that, yeah.
I'm familiar with science. But, like, your feet never stop growing, apparently? Apparently?
Is that true?
According to science.
Science?
According to science.
You can't argue with science.
Can't argue with science.
Yeah. You can't.
According to science.
He's holding his hands up in a way that's like
your feet don't stop growing, and your nose,
right?
Your nose doesn't stop growing either.
Well, and the ears,
it always gets bigger.
And the ears as well.
Well, and here's another thing:
ears through the years.
Your fingernails keep growing after you die.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah.
I looked up. Looked up the ears.
Here's another science for you.
Okay.
Real quick. Just bookmark your thoughts in your mind here.
Yeah.
Men finish puberty 6 months after they die, too. That's another one.
Okay, so
that's another one you didn't know.
Interesting.
I learned that from science.
So that's when a boy becomes a man after death.
After six months after you die, that's when your puberty ends.
That's something to look forward to, honestly.
Yeah, that's why women are so upset with us. We haven't grown up yet.
You just got to give it time after. Well, I did a bit of research on the ears and nose continuing to grow.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard about the feet, but what I read about was that gravity actually has an impact because those are cartilage-based appendages. That it's not so much that they keep growing, but gravity pulls them.
Isn't it with the ears too?
Yeah,
like the earlobes. Like
they get the gravity actually pulls them down, but it would appear to me that they're growing in size also because they go up and out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't know what to believe because science says so many things.
Yeah, science says a lot of things.
It's hard to keep track.
And can we talk about this? Some people don't believe in science.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't. Yeah.
So.
What? Yeah. What would you believe if you don't believe science?
Let's try and look at this objectively for a minute. Because if you. Okay, so. Let's just say, okay, Lamar, just put yourself in a mindset here for a second, okay?
Okay.
Let's just say that you don't believe anything that science has to say ever.
I don't trust it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it that you would believe in? I
don't trust those beady-eyed scientists with their glasses.
What's the hill that you die on if you don't believe in science?
I don't trust those scientists.
Yeah.
But
what do you believe in, though?
Abraham.
You believe in Abraham.
Yeah, Abraham told me that.
And what does Abraham say that you should believe in?
Abraham said that scientists are money-grubbing liberal cucks.
Oh, wow.
That's what, and I didn't say that. That's what Abraham said.
Oh, okay.
So
if Abraham tells you that scientists are money-grubbing liberal cucks,
yeah,
then what does that make Abraham?
I don't. There's just silence.
There's just silence. There's just radio silence.
Yeah.
There's just like. So at that point, is it just whatever your mind makes up? Is that what you believe in? Like, are you your own God at that point? Are you liberated? Are you free?
Are you liberated?
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
I don't know. That's a good question.
It is a good question.
That got pretty deep. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know what else would you believe in?
I don't know. We should talk to somebody who doesn't believe in science.
Right.
If you don't believe in science and you're listening to this podcast right now, go ahead and shoot us an email to honkspodcast@gmail.com. Let's get you on the podcast. We're going to talk about how you don't believe in science.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you do believe in.
Yeah.
You know?
What if you just believe in not believing in science?
What if you believe about not believing?
If your belief is just that you don't believe in science,
what if your belief is that you just don't believe in anything? What are you then? Are you Nietzsche? Are you fucking Nietzsche then?
I think you become Nietzsche.
That's where you become Nietzsche.
Yeah.
You don't become God, you become Nietzsche.
Or like a Sartre Nietzsche.
A Nietzsche of a Nietzsche of a shart.
A shart?
A shart Nietzsche?
Shark Nietzsche? Shark Week?
Shark Week, Shart Nietzsche?
Nietzsche shark?
A Nietzsche shark?
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe when I'm old, I'll be a Nietzsche shark.
You might be.
I'll be a Nietzsche shark.
You could be.
Maybe I'm a neat shark right now.
You're pretty neat.
I got a Crush shirt with a shark on it.
You got the shark shirt.
I might be a pretty neat shark. I don't know.
Well, I just want to bring up this kind of interesting story that happened. This is something that actually happened at the place I work.
That's right.
We were pretty busy. I work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
We're pretty busy on, I think it was Thursday night. Soup's busy. Soup's busy.
Soup.
It was like
you were a busy bitch.
It was like 7:30, and it was like line out the door, which is like in Portland. That's like what you do.
Yeah.
If you see a line, you just go stand in it.
Mm-hmm.
So there were people standing in line, and like everybody was like eating or whatever they do at my restaurant. And I was busy in the back, and then I heard some commotion up front. And I go out there. I have to like run food because the runners are like indisposed.
Yeah.
I run out there. I go to drop some food off at this table, and they're all standing up. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And one of our front end people is up there talking with the group, like in kind of like a concerned way.
Yeah.
And looking around like the street. And apparently a car was trying to cross the intersection, but didn't look both ways. And it was, it's a busy street, and I guess didn't like see a car coming. So they jetted out and tried to make it. And a car like T-boned them. Yeah. At a pretty high speed, probably like 35.
Damn.
Or something like that.
That's quick.
And the car was moved in such a degree that it was like kind of cattywampus, like driving at
cattywampus.
It was going cattywomp.
Yeah.
And it was so like a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
Like and instead of just stopping like a normal person would do, they like continued accelerating, and they were like coming directly for our tables where people were sitting.
Oh my God.
And I guess they like, cause there's stuff in the way that they could have hit to stop them, but they missed all that and like came within like a couple inches of one of the tables.
Yeah.
So the people that were sitting there who were waiting for their food, one of them like picked up their drink and like spilled it, and they were all like traumatized, you know, just standing around shaking. So anyways, the car like stopped there for a while, and one of the other front end people were just like, you know, what the hell are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
You almost just killed like 4 people or whatever. And I guess he was like kind of stunned or whatever. Maybe he was like high.
Yeah.
And he just kind of sat there in his driver's seat for a while. So they had enough time to get some photos of the car and like license plate. And then he just took off. And the other car that T-boned him was like still in the intersection, like probably trying to figure out what to do. So we like, I mean, I just kept working because that's what I do. I'm really good at my job.
Yeah.
And somebody, like, they all called the police. Multiple people called the police and reported it. Long story short, they like get a new drink or whatever. They like gave them a free drink because they spilled the one. They're like somehow had their food and ate or whatever.
Yeah.
And like 3 hours goes by and we're closing. It's like 10 o'clock now.
Yeah.
10:30 or whatever. We're like closing up, and 2 Portland police officers show up at the front. They're like, "Hey, we heard there's something going on here." And the front end person that was initially talking to these people right after it happened, he was just like, "Yeah, that was hours ago. What are you guys doing? Like, what are you doing here?" And they were like, "Yeah, we're just here to figure out what's going on." And they're like, "We can't do anything now. The guy's gone. Like, we gave you the information. What are you doing here?" And they were just kind of like doing that thing with their vests, you know?
That's like, why do cops always do that? The vest thing.
Hold their hands there. I think it's like a macho move.
It's like it's a power stance thing,
power
right?
stance. Yeah. I saw that a lot in the protests. The cops would just stand there like kind of, maybe it's to show off the guns.
Like just being
like, yeah, let's
being
see,
tough guys
see
about
these
it.
Guns here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of like, I was kind of miffed a little bit because I was like, I mean, I guess I was surprised they even showed up, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, it would have been nice if like maybe they did something or whatever. But I know like several friends who've had cars stolen and they don't even come out like or do anything about it.
Well, like,
so that's obviously a different situation. But this is a hit and run, and like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, what would they have even been able to do though? Like after,
there's no reason for them to have come down, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, they already gave them all the information.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So people got pictures of everything. They sent it off to the police department.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's so weird.
I don't think they do anything about it.
That's honestly so weird that they showed up that late.
Right.
I mean, maybe they're just overstaffed and they're bored or something.
Yeah. They were just like, let's go drive around and on the way to the donut place or whatever.
Yeah.
It's right down the street. So
yeah.
I don't know.
They were just on their way to the donut place.
It was pretty bizarre, but
it
was like,
check it out.
It definitely was like, I mean, I haven't seen anything like that happen over there. And it's like, it's kind of a dangerous intersection. There really should be a light there. Yeah. But like, I feel like that was a pretty close call. Yeah. It was kind of wild. I was like a little shook up.
That's pretty wild, man.
Yeah. It's pretty intense.
I don't know. That
was my week.
What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do, huh?
What are you going to do?
But I mean, yeah, it started out a little bit dramatic, but luckily ended with the law of attraction and the uke purchase. Yeah. So it ended on a high note, I think. Yeah. You know, and now the podcast. So
I think it overall ended on a high note here.
I think it balances out. The universe has a way of balancing itself. Yeah. It's science. Yeah. So.
Well, you know, science.
Yeah. What are you going to do about it?
But one more thing. Yeah. I want to mention here, the Two Honks podcast is going to be moving to a new studio.
Right, we are.
And I think we're going to start putting some video on the internet here.
Yeah, I've been doing some recon on the video stuff, and I think I've got some stuff figured out for that.
Yeah, so we got a GoPro.
We're going to get her going. And we could even do multi-angle. So
I mean, yeah.
So you can maybe see what our hands are doing.
See what our hands are doing.
You can do a hand cam.
See how well we dress, and yeah. I mean,
kind of keep track of how big my breasts are getting.
Two Honks podcast coming to a YouTube near you. Yeah, keep that in mind. So
Keep it in mind.
What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it?
What are you really going to do, huh?
No. You know.
What are you going to do?
But anyway.